Hi, I'm Faye McDonald, and I'm here today to discuss Beyoutiful. It's a social network encouraging people to be themselves, and last week I had to change my design features. And for me, I am resistant to conformity, so my natural reaction is to go bright in colors, and that turns people off. And it can turn some people off, so I had to make my design more appealing to everyone. So with the advice of with the advice from Gavin, because I showed him what I had worked on earlier in the week and he didn't like the colors, and he recommended this more as a logo. So I was like, that's an example of more that appeals to a broader audience. And Beyoutiful will encourage users to be more conscious of their social media and what they put out there and the relationship they have more with themselves, so that they can have better relationships with people both online and in person, because I think that that's really important, honesty and to be truthful to yourself. And another thing I also noticed about myself during this process is that I'm an extremely angry person. I have a lot of anger in me, and I don't so I have to address that. If I repress it too much or take it out on someone else, I have to be cautious of that. So that's what I learned, and I'm resistant to change. So sometimes it's difficult. We do have to repress our emotions in a lot of situations, and we can't just be always unique, because you do have to kind of work with society. So Beyoutiful, users will be open to when do you do your own thing, or when do you take suggestions from someone, and instead of being offended right away, maybe someone is offering sincere help, whether you like it or not. So to be more patient with your emotions and the response that you have to them. Apples and cupcakes are both good, but sometimes one is better than the other, and although decisions and choices can be overwhelming, we all go through it, and kind of listen to your gut and feel it out will be the theme. And to be assertive is also very important, because there's a fine line between confidence and cockiness, and you don't want to offend someone. If you are addressing a touchy issue, it's good to kind of take the time, delay a harsh reaction, so you're putting out better energy than just feeling hurt and responding mean. To be assertive is to be more logical in your approach, but also the approach will come from your emotions, because if you have a bad feeling, maybe that is something important to stop and give thought to and address. Because words have impact, and it's important to choose wisely. I also think that is really important, because they're shared so frivolously on social media that my goal is to encourage users to be more mindful of the words they're sharing and what they're putting out in the universe, so that they can live a better life that's more meaningful and filled with happiness. So my biggest goal for myself in this process of learning code and getting through this program is patience, because I can't rush the learning process, and I am extremely discouraged with the design aspects. I thought that would come to me a lot more easily, but it hasn't. But it's coming, but I'm oh my god, I feel like a loser. And I had a dream last week that they asked me to give my MacBook back, and I was like, oh my god, is that a sign that I'm getting kicked out of UIT because I suck at code? But I'm no, I have to be patient and just keep at it. And I did work on my design, and I'm a lot happier with it now. So it's here. And some of the buttons work. So, Beyoutiful. And then you sign in. And then you're welcome back. Or you create a new account. Like that. And so this is the profile. You'll have content in here. There'll be a search bar, and your faves will be your favorite people, and that's your people that you follow. And your fans are people who follow you. And then you'll go to, only half my buttons work so far. but there'll be a search thing, and that's when you're searching any public information. And you will be, all of the information that you publish first will be put in your Trove, and then you'll have the decision to share it. So the whole goal is to feel better about yourself and also know that what you're putting out to the universe does have an impact on people, and to be more mindful, to just feel better about yourself. And that's beautiful.
I really like how you're using the word in like all of your titles. That's very cool.
I liked it too, like reading facts. I was like, oh, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back.
So everything has to go in the Trove now before it goes somewhere else?
Like when you publish it, you post it and then you'll make it public.
Okay.
But when it's being published.
Okay. I think I just wasn't 100% clear on that last week, but it makes a lot more sense now that you.
And I wasn't
kind of
clear,
said it like that.
there was a lot I wasn't clear myself on last week either, so it was difficult to answer some of the questions because I was like, I don't really know.
It sounds like you have a much more clear idea of what you want to do than you did last week. And it looks a lot more, I don't want to say modern, but it's the word that keeps coming into my head. It looks very kind of nice, and it's a lot more pleasant. As nice as the bright colors are once in a while, I like the blue and the black. I think that looks really good.
It kind of reminded me of like a clean bathroom. That's what I put a clean bathroom
Yeah.
in my slideshow.
I was thinking that in your
looks like
your slide. I was like, I think I've seen that when I was trying to pick out paint for my bathroom.
Like a Mediterranean tile.
Yeah. So I thought it was.
I just have a couple questions this week. I was wondering if the two search bars, like there's one on your profile and you view content there, and there's a search bar here, do they do different things?
The search bar on your profile will search your friends' information, but the one on the public or that will search like the world. So the news feed, I should say, will search the people that you're already following, and then you'll go to another search bar to search all users. So there are two different.
You might want to make that.
And then
just
there's a
little
search
more
bar.
clear.
It depends what page you're in. Like, oh, this search bar is searching your fans, and then when you're in newsfeed, that's searching content of the people that you follow, and then when you're in the home page, that searches all users.
Can you search through your Trove?
Yeah, you'll have there'll be sort by date, and
Cool.
I didn't figure out yet how I'm going to use the tags of GCD, but I'll figure that out by next week, hopefully.
Cool. Maybe you could have it so that users can choose their own color. That way, if there are people that want bright colors like you
And that's
say
it,
no.
yeah.
Because BU, it kind of makes sense.
About that too.
Yeah, it looks way much cleaner. It's much more inviting. Yeah. Clean bathrooms.
So obviously the advice that you got from Gavin had a big impact on what you're doing this week. I'll ask you two questions. You can answer either one of them or both of them. Is there any other advice that you could talk about, or some feedback that you got that made some big impact on what you're doing this week?
Well, Mike also said that he thought I would do better with design, and I was like, me too. So I've put more time into that. But I think that shows more in my slideshow than this, because this is all matching. But yeah, the design is really important to me.
Okay, so then everyone is saying that they like what they're seeing. Do you?
No, I do like it a lot.
Okay.
I like that. It's not me personalized, but that's not what a social network is. Like, my profile page will be filled with my own content.
Mhm.
And I asked AJ too what he thought about my name, because I myself didn't really like it, because I think that the word challenge kind of turns people off. It has a negative connotation. Like, not everyone's there yet to know that challenge is not a bad thing. And I thought it was too lengthy, and AJ was kind of like, yeah, me too. So I gave it more thought, and I was like, no, I like this.
So the guy whose URL is Odyssey,
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay.
I
Thank
like
you.
this one more too.
Thank you.